The more we approach January 2025, the more we will be hearing and talking about DORA. But the question is, do we really understand it? Let's start from the beginning, shall we? What is DORA? First and foremost, DORA is a law, so not just a set of guidelines or best practices, but a regulatory framework every EU financial entity will need to abide by. And within the text, we already get a pretty good idea about what DORA tries to accomplish. This encapsulates the key elements: resilience, EU and cybersecurity threats. So, we know the what, where and why of DORA. But for the how, we will need to get a far wider look than just reading the text. Because DORA is just part of a greater initiative, the EU Digital Finance Package. This was adopted in September 2020 to help modernize European economy across sectors and turn Europe into a global digital player. That means integrating into a digital single market for financial services, creating both a regulatory framework and a European data space facilitating innovation and addressing the risks of digital transformation. A strategy plus legislative proposals covering frameworks on DLT, crypto assets, retail payments, and finally, on digital resilience, DORA. So, now that we have some context, it's easier to understand the key challenges DORA aims to overcome. The primary goal is to significantly improve the financial entity's ability to withstand cyber attacks. Secondly, and perhaps even more vital from an operational standpoint, is fostering cooperation at the EU level. Finally, expanding those security requirements to encompass the entire supply chain. Keep in mind, these aren't merely guidelines, they are legal requirements with various implications. These include the broad range of companies that will be affected, the way it interacts with existing regulations like the NIS directive, the fines applicable because of critical ICT third parties that don't comply, and proportionality exceptions based on the significance of the company. So much ground to cover as 2025 gets closer in the calendar. But not to worry, as right now it's time to understand and time to prepare for DORA. Stay tuned for our next videos on each of DORA's key areas.